Greetings my beautiful lovelies, it's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh, the food delivery service that brings food right to your doorstep so you can prepare a meal in about 30 minutes. HelloFresh offers so many great recipes. It's a wonderful way to get out of recipe ruts. HelloFresh saves you time. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to meal plan. And it makes it super simple to make a homemade meal at home so you can prioritize spending time with your friends and family. HelloFresh offers a wide variety of quick and easy meals, including 20-minute meals, low prep, and easy cleanup. HelloFresh is a great way, especially during the holidays, to cut back on meal planning and preparation. They have a limited edition holiday box, which includes everything you need to make a beautiful meal for your family without all the stress of prepping and planning. And this week, my family enjoyed the black bean poblano quesadillas. So if you'd like to try HelloFresh for yourself, go to hellofresh.com/emmymade14 and use my code emmymade14 to receive up to 14 free meals, including 3 free gifts. Big thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video and for their continued support. Now today, I am going to be testing a recipe that I've been so curious about. It's not really a recipe, really. It's just a means of cooking. I'm going to be cooking popcorn that I saw on TikTok that shows them throwing an ice cream bar, popcorn kernels, oil, swishing it around till everything melts, putting a lid on it, and then it popping beautifully to create a lovely, tasty looking chocolate popcorn. Ice cream bar, popcorn kernels. Skepticism is on my face because immediately I thought that can't work. That chocolate and the sugars and the milk and everything in that ice cream bar is going to burn while you're trying to cook your popcorn, but maybe it cooks at the same temperature. So then that had me thinking, what temperature does popcorn pop at? And according to a Scientific American experiment, I'll put a link down below, that is targeted for children to teach them about steam and expansion and pressure, it says that popcorn pops at 355 degrees Fahrenheit. That is wicked hot. So that leads me to think that this won't work, but it works so beautifully in the TikTok video. I am here to find out. So before we start, let's talk a little bit about popcorn. Popcorn, of course, is corn, but it is not the same corn or variety of corn that you eat when you have summer cookouts. Popcorn is different. It has a much harder shell on the outside, which is called the pericarp. It's very, very hard. It's also called flint corn. And that hard pericarp or shell is important to popcorn because what happens inside is that there's a little bit of water inside the kernel. And as it heats up, it turns into steam and expands, and then it can't be contained by the shell or the pericarp, and it explodes or pops. And the sound is actually created from the steam bursting out of the shell, not the shell actually cracking, which is quite fascinating. And this year in my garden, I grew popcorn for the very first time because I had never grown corn before. And I grew this beautiful variety, and it's called strawberry popcorn. Isn't it gorgeous? If you compare it with a typical ear of corn, very small, and they're this beautiful kind of pomegranate color to them. Now popcorn has to be dried before you can pop it because that pericarp needs to be very dry to contain all of that steam in order for that pop to happen. Now this is typical popcorn, a big beautiful ear of it, and this is really marvelous because you can actually pop it on the cob. It's my favorite way to popcorn. It's super easy. Just place it into a bag, microwave it for 1 minute, empty out anything that's popped, and microwave it for another minute. And then all these kernels will pop into beautiful fluffy popcorn. And you may have some still left on the cob. Don't be tempted to microwave it anymore because then you'll get a burnt, singed cob. You can also just take popcorn kernels like this and pour those into a brown bag and microwave those as well. Another variety of corn that I grew for the first time in my garden was glass gem corn. And it is so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. This is it in its dried form. This is just one of the varieties. Look at all those blues and purples in there. Isn't that gorgeous? You can grind these up to make a cornmeal. This was so much fun to grow because each ear was just like a gift. You opened it and you didn't know what you're gonna get. And the colors were just so stunning, absolutely stunning. If you follow me on Instagram, you know, because you saw me peel these back and just be in awe of the beauty of these beautiful ears of corn. What I'm planning on doing for next year are picking some of my favorite ears of corn and saving some of those kernels so that I can grow them next year and I can select for the varieties that I really appreciate. Wild rice also pops, sorghum also pops, but popcorn seems to have the most fluffy interior that pops out, which is basically the starches that are inside the kernel. It's one of our favorite snacks at home. Our favorite way to have it is with melted butter, a little bit of salt, and lots of nutritional yeast. But today we're going to be doing it the TikTok way. I've got a deep nonstick pan here. Ice cream bar into the pan. Now we're going to add a healthy drizzle of oil. This is peanut oil. This on medium heat, and we're just going to stir this around. The chocolate is melting. It's smelling great. It's smelling vanilla, I'm smelling chocolate. In the TikTok video, they very conveniently cut this part out where they show everything melting. They leave this popsicle stick in there. It's getting darker in color now, kind of thickened up like candy. It's starting to get chunky, and the oil's kind of separating out of it. Okay, at this point, the ice cream has gotten really chunky on the popcorn kernels, and it's exposing the kernels more. Now look what's happened to my spatula. I've got gunk all over it. Just waiting for the, oh, there we go. There's one. Okay, it's happening. Let's put the lid on, shake it up. All right. Some of those popcorn videos, they have the perfect amount of popcorn so that it can lift up the lid. So I've never done this before. I used a half cup. I probably should have used more like 2/3 of a cup or 3/4 of a cup to get it to go and lift up the lid. But at half a cup, it did this. Chocolate popcorn, eh? So I managed to pop most of the kernels, and down below I've got burnt bits. And on the popcorn itself, I've got nice little burnt fried bits as well. Let's give this a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. So if you get one that's on the top and doesn't have all the kind of black and stuff on it, it tastes like popcorn with a little bit of sweetness to it. But if you get one that looks like that, it tastes like popcorn that's burnt. It's really acrid and bitter, and it doesn't taste good at all. There's that familiar popcorn smell that elicits all of those memories of watching popcorn in front of the television or going to the movie theater, along with a little bit of kind of vanilla chocolate sweetness and a cloud of acrid, burnt, kind of tarry creosote smells. Not a good combination. This came off my spatula. Now this is before it burned, and it's kind of chewy and hard. It doesn't taste good at all. All that chocolate flavor is gone, and it's pretty terrible. The last TikTok recipe that I debunked was a pear jelly recipe. If you didn't see that, I'll put a link down below to that as well. Alrighty, my lovelies, stick to making popcorn the old-fashioned way. Use an air popper, use the microwave, use a stovetop with a bit of oil, and then add your toppings. Don't put your toppings with your popcorn because, surprise, surprise, it's going to burn because popcorn needs to cook at such a high temperature. If you add any kind of dry bits or anything that's fatty or sugary, it's going to burn, and you're going to get a creosote coated popcorn. Alright, my lovelies, thanks so much for joining me. If there are any other recipes that you'd like me to test out or try, please let me know in the comments down below or follow me on social media. I love hearing from you. Alrighty, thanks again for watching, and big thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try HelloFresh for yourself, click the link down below or head over to hellofresh.com/emmymade14 and use my code emmymade14 to receive up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like this video. Check out my website. And I shall see you in the next one.
you.